Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video where Wyatt talks about the world of sports. We got a couple of interesting headlines to go over on this beautiful Friday. And before we hop into it, as always, don't forget to use code Wyatt's World on G Fuel, Waggle Golf, or Prize Picks. By using my codes on G Fuel or Waggle, you'll save a discount on any of their products. And by using it at sign up on Prize Picks, you're gonna guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. But remember, always play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Okay, so starting off, we have an interesting piece of news here about Lamar Jackson. He is apparently challenging Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s trademark claim of the number 8. It says right here that last year, Lamar Jackson challenged a trademark claim from Pro Football Hall of Famer Troy Aikman to put 8 on apparel and bag. Now Jackson has turned to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s pending trademark claim of a stylized number 8 Earnhardt is used for his motorsports race team. Jackson's attorney filed a notice of opposition Wednesday with U.S. Patent and Trademark Office saying Earnhardt's claim would conflict with the two-time NFL MVP's Era 8 brand, which covers a variety of bags as well as bottoms, clothing, footwear, headwear, tops, and undergarments. Earnhardt's mark would falsely suggest a connection with persons living or dead, namely Lamar Jackson, who is known by the number 8, the filing said. It does go on to defend Earnhardt a little bit here, saying he's been associated with the number 8 since the late 1990s when he broke into the Cup Series while racing for Dale Earnhardt Inc., the race team owned by his 7-time NASCAR champion father, Dale Earnhardt Sr., rest in peace. Now looking more into the actual notice itself, Lamar Jackson is contending that he is widely associated with the number 8 due to his prominence in the NFL and branding of his merchandise. 2. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s registration could falsely imply a connection between two athletes and infringe his established rights. And 3. Purchasers and prospect purchasers are likely to mistakenly believe that products Earnhardt offers are related to products that Jackson offers. Look, I don't think Lamar's a bad guy. I don't hate him like I know all the Raven fans are gonna say I do. I just think this comes off as totally unnecessary and arrogant. Like, for one, if you're actually concerned about your purchasers confusing the merchandise, you're kind of calling your own purchasers stupid. For 2, if he thinks that he is so widely associated with the number 8 due to his prominence and branding in the NFL, that's him thinking that people are just going to associate him with the number 8 when they see it. You know, they're not going to think of, I don't know, Kobe Bryant, Alexander Ovechkin. Shit, they got the NASCAR fans in an uproar here with Dale Earnhardt. Even I know who that is, though, with a guy who doesn't even watch the sport, a guy who hates the sport of NASCAR. Like, this just seems ridiculous to me. Now moving on, we have a piece of jaw-dropping news to me, and that's Geno Smith signing a 2-year, $85.5 million extension that includes $66.5 million guaranteed with the Raiders. I read more into the contract. It comes out to like $37.5 million a year with the possibility to earn up to like 40 with incentives. And again, let me express this. This is my opinion. We can disagree and still be friends. I think you're all great people, but if you're asking me what I think of this, you're out of your fucking minds! Dude, I remember being genuinely happy for Geno, you know, like 3 years ago when he got that contract. I don't know what it was, 3 years, 90 million, 3 years, 75 million. I literally can't remember, but I was happy for him. And not that I'm not happy for him now. He's gonna obviously live a good life and he has the greatest agent of all time, but why are you paying him that? And honestly, can I ask what he's done in the last 2 years that has proved he deserves to be paid more than what he was previously getting? I know inflation exists, but so does aging. He's 34 now. And just looking at how he's played the last 2 years, especially last year coming off of a year of pure mediocrity, you're gonna give him a fucking pay raise? Like, this almost sounds desperate in a way. I would have just waited until his contract was over after this year to even consider giving him more money. Also, it's now going out that Seattle got rid of him because he wanted $40 million a year? What do you mean? Dude, Daniel Jones literally fucking destroyed the market like 3 years ago whenever he got that stupid contract from the Giants. And again, I'm not saying Geno is ass. I know you can dig deep into his advanced metrics and make him look good like you can do with virtually any other athlete. I'm just saying he ain't worth that money, not even close. That was desperate by the Raiders. Moving on to another contract that came out of the NFL yesterday, Trey McBride is now the highest paid tight end in NFL history with a 4-year, $76 million contract. Deal includes $43 million guaranteed and $19 million per year, the highest ever for a tight end. Again, this is another situation where I don't think I would have given him that much money, but this one makes a lot more sense than Geno Smith. Trey McBride is 25 years old, coming off of the best season of his career. Not old and slowing down. I'm honestly curious to see what contracts are going to look like in 20 years. I'm in no hurry to find out, but I'm curious. I feel like we could see a quarterback get $100 million a year. Moving on, I just want to give my 2 cents on the possible ban of the tush push. As far as I'm concerned, it's not banned yet. And I'm just giving my input because I've been asked about it quite a bit and I just keep seeing it all over, you know, the internet. My thoughts are it's not a problem and it shouldn't be a problem. It's a literal play that any other team can use. The Eagles just happen to perfect it. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy that they're good at it, but every other team is allowed to do this. So what's the big fucking deal? It's not a competitive advantage because they're good at executing a play. It would be a competitive advantage if they were allowed to do it and you weren't. This would be like MLB all of a sudden banning the knuckleball because one specific person is just unhittable with it. It doesn't make sense. Moving on to baseball here, I just want to check in on the Cincinnati Red fans real quick as they have had a miserable 3-day stretch. If you guys didn't know, they have lost their last 3 games, 1-0. My brother texted me that this morning, so I looked at it and I'm like, holy shit. Look, if you're not a baseball fan, just understand that is probably the most infuriating loss you can take as a team because that just means you couldn't score even one fucking run. And I'm not taking a dump on your team by any means. I'm a Twins fan, dude. It's been horrible. But even we have not lost 3 straight games 1-0. Like, seriously, I think that's a worse way to lose than getting walked off. I mean, at least during a walk-off, you were winning at one point, or tied at least. Unless, of course, it's, well, a 0-0 walk-off. That might make me drive into oncoming traffic. Moving on, I would just like to discuss the Dodgers really quick, and the message is plain and simple. Fuck you. You guys are gonna ruin baseball, man, and it's not like I'm mad at the fans or anything like that. I'm not even really mad at the players who wouldn't want to play on a winning team. It's just like, dude, nobody can compete right now. Like, this is ridiculous. Every time you think they're gonna lose, they just come back and win because they have an all-star team. Like, dude, the Padres are 7-0 right now, and nobody even bats an eye on it or gives a shit because everybody knows that the real demon is right here. I have an idea to propose for the MLB. Everybody becomes a free agent and we redraft the entire league. Moving over to the NBA and just looking at the race going on in the Western Conference because that's where the Timberwolves play and that's all I really care about. It is getting spicy. There's what, 5 games left in the season and the Timberwolves have the 7th seed right now with an opportunity to potentially work their way all the way up into about the, well, realistically, I'd say 4th. Be cool to catch the Nuggets, but if they don't play us, they normally win. They just can't beat the Wolves. I mean, shit, man. Look at these last 5 games. 76ers, Bucks, Grizzlies, Nets, Jazz. Now, not only are these, you know, games incredibly important to the Wolves, but all of them are winnable. Every one of them. We can beat the Bucks, we can beat the Grizzlies. The other 3 bozos I'm not worried about. How could karma possibly bite me in the ass there? But seriously, they're bums! And that is it, guys. I know it's a short video today, but I've got family plans, so I gotta get the ball moving. As always, if you guys did enjoy the video, which I hope you did, feel free to show any support because you know I appreciate any and all help. In the meantime, I'm gonna get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you have a fantastic and safe weekend, and as always, I will see you in the next video.